Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. And hello, everybody. I got both shots. You gotta get your vaccinations. And I am back to doing shows, which some of you will love, and some of you will feel nauseous. And those are my true fans. Listen, I feel better about the country, more than I have in a long time. I mean, there are signs that the last 4 years of historical ineptitude and presidential illiteracy are waning. The stupid curve took a steeper decline after the election than COVID did. The constant stress of wondering what word salad nightmare would barf out a sweet potato Hitler's orange puke hole daily are over. And the new guy, Joe Body Slam Biden, is killing it. How do I know that? Because of what the other side has got on him. And for all of you who use the lazy, it's both sides argument to give yourselves a, modicum of relief from being dead ass wrong for the last half a decade, let's look at that argument. Because it's weak ass sauce, people. Trump.
It's going to disappear. One day it's like a miracle. It will disappear.
Yeah, 500,000 dead. Biden, 220 million vaccines, death and infections down by the thousands, and mass restrictions loosening in 100 days. Trump, 9 million jobs lost. And then refusal to help pass COVID relief. Biden, COVID relief passed, 3 million jobs added in 100 days, 6% projected growth, stock market up to 34,000. So although there are two sides, one side has type 2 diabetes, can't walk down a ramp, and can't get the pens that fit. The other side Peloton's like a fitness model and has a wife that doesn't have to swallow her vomit when Biden touches her. And just the fact that he has dogs kills the both sides argument. Just admit it, people. Biden is killing it. And how do we truly know Biden is a boss? By what the other side has on him. Here is what the biggest scandals of the Biden administration are in the first 100 days. Dr. Seuss has been canceled. No, he has not. He was never canceled. Just lied about by a grifter and huckster. You know who I'm talking about. This fucker Tucker. Here's more, if you will. If you don't swim in the swill of Fox, because they're kind of cocks. Tucker said that Biden is going to cancel meat. This is all they have. Biden and the socialists are going to cancel food. That's kind of weak sauce. Right. This is the America's Back Burger. So good. Next is a claim they're handing out Kamala Harris's books to immigrant children. The claim is that the government bought thousands of books so the vice president could clean up on the immigration problem. Well, no, that didn't happen either. I mean, at least with Biden's crew. Now, Kamala's book tells all the kids that they can be superheroes. And they found that only one copy was donated from a private person who had read it and obviously is now a superhero. So we have one side getting 120 million Americans vaccinated, turning the economy around, adding jobs, passing legislation to make voting fair, and has actually presented an infrastructure plan. So this isn't us in a couple of months. Oh, yeah. And they didn't try to overthrow the election, commit treason, and then whine about it. And where the hell is Melania? Anybody seen her? I mean, we haven't seen her since she walked off camera wearing a designer shower curtain. So, when it comes down to it, your both sides argument isn't accurate, evidence-based, has zero facts, so just admit it. You were wrong. It would at least show you to have an ounce of self-awareness. Good burger. And thank you, President Joe. We're killing it. I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. Cancel meat?
You chose to wear a mask as you walked out here. What message were you sending by wearing a mask outside alone?
By watching me take it off and not put it back on till I get inside.
Hey everybody, Christopher Titus, Titus Podcast. How are you? Hope everything's going well. It feels like a brighter day. I tell you, Biden's. We're recording this the night of Biden's first State of the Union speech, so we don't know what's going to happen. Let's hope we don't have a weird podcast tomorrow. As with me, as always, by the way, the lovely Bombshell Ray.
What's up, people?
Who just had her hair done, and the Hylinder.
There could be only one.
New album coming out very quickly. When's the album coming out?
That's right. Next week.
Next week.
We'll drop it next week.
All right.
That's right.
What's even happening?
We were
now?
thinking, what do you guys think about Hylinder? We were talking about this. What do you think about Hylinder when we do our next sketch show, which we're doing coming up on the 30th of May. You be the musical guest.
Oh, done.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
Just
Like
because
an
we don't
SNL?
have, we don't have to pay you for that. So, and it's good. And you're good. And you're good.
Album. So he has me so confused about the name of your group
This happened yesterday.
that yesterday I was driving home and he calls you the Traveling Wilburys.
I'm being a dick.
And I said, isn't there only one Wilbury?
She didn't know, but
I had forgotten that and I said, so why would he make it plural if he's the Wilbury? There aren't Wilburys.
Well, first, it's not the Traveling Wilburys.
that was what I needed to know.
That's number one.
Okay.
So there's 0 of those
Okay.
in
Got it.
terms of myself.
Yep.
But with the Traveling Wilburys, there are many Wilburys.
yeah, there was many Wilburys.
Oh, there were?
Yes.
Okay. Was that a group?
There were some famous guys.
His
in
band
there.
is called the Willing Bureau,
Yeah. See, I
Yeah.
had forgotten that because he said it so much.
but it's not
Yeah.
the Traveling Willing Bureau.
It's not the Traveling Willing
you just
Bureau.
completely-
It's hard to say.
You completely changed the name of his group. There's nothing. It's not even in the
There's a
wheelhouse.
W in it, and I was pretty sure that I nailed the W
Willing
down.
Bureau,
Yeah.
Traveling Wilburys.
Traveling
Well, you had the
Will.
Will. You have Will.
Two different bands, yeah.
And Bureau Berries. Okay.
Yeah.
I can
And also,
see.
their
Similar.
rap, they didn't have a good rapper in the Traveling Wilburys.
That's true.
No.
They had
Well,
nobody could really
I'd-
bring down the funk.
I'd say Bob Dylan's a pretty good rapper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was in the government. I'm in the basement.
Was Bob Dylan in the Traveling Wilburys?
It'd be interesting to remix those lyrics with like a hip hop
Hold on.
like that.
He was getting stressed. You interrupted his stress.
What stress? No,
Bob
0.
Dylan? Willie Traveling
Yes.
Wilburys?
Yes, he was. This is
Jeff
also
Lynne?
not a movie, so I'm just concerned.
Jeff Lynne was also in it from ELO, and
George Harrison?
George Harrison. was in
So
it.
would
Tom
this
Petty?
be sort of a
Roy
Orbison?
okay. Would this be like a Temple of the Dog situation?
Very much like it, but
Okay,
very
all right.
different.
Yeah,
That's
it was-
all you had to
It was
say.
just legend after legend.
A bunch of legends from other groups
Yes.
got together. Okay, see, I didn't
The
know
legends
that.
of
And
legends.
came up with a name that was just like, what?
Yeah, the
really?
best
That's
name
the
they
best
could
name
come
you
up
got? The
with.
traveling like
so
that.
that's why it clicked in his mind. Like, I don't know about that.
Wilburys. Why would they call themselves the Wilburys?
I know. It's probably a great story like his. The Willing Bureau is a street we lived on. Okay. It's good.
Is that the whole thing?
It's like when someone gets a tattoo that says mom. Like, why'd you get that? I had a mom. Okay.
Willingboro. That's the town I grew up in.
There
that's
you
the
go.
town where I got my
Willingboro.
first Willingboro. Yeah.
where you
where I
got
got
your first.
musical influences, and
Okay.
it's those influences are in this music.
But it's
And
the
where
Willing
is that?
Bureau,
New
right?
Jersey.
Willing Bureau.
Yes,
Okay,
mine's the
so-
Willing Bureau.
So there's a bureau
It's
for
like a-
Willing.
He made.
Willing. You have to go in. Hi, I'm at the Willing Bureau. Why? Oh, it's just my dad died, and I filled out the will. I don't know what exactly.
Yeah,
what
they
Willing
issue wills too.
So anyway, the Willing
You're starting
Bureau
to question the name, aren't you?
has
Like you're really at the point now. You're like,
has
God
an
damn it,
album
Titus.
coming out next week on.
Everywhere you can get things.
Actually, next week podcast.
What's
Spotify.
the date?
We will drop his first single at the end of the podcast next time. We'll just let it play at the
Why
end.
There you
do
go.
Keep doing that with your hands.
Because I like to do with the.
That's an official
I've been doing-
release. You cut the album.
That's right. Yeah. We'll give him a deep cut.
So what's the date that they can buy it? Is what I'm asking. You guys are really.
I'm
bad at
thinking
this.
Tuesday.
I'm
We don't
thinking-
have an official date.
Okay.
Good
The
marketing.
next
Good
week
marketing
it's going to
major.
be.
I'm thinking Tuesday.
I'm hoping Tuesday. That's my goal.
Not even a date. Just maybe Tuesday. Okay, great. I'm glad we had this talk. You guys can meander around the internet and look for the Willing Bureau on someday next week.
And by the way, I'm sure the Traveling Wilburys album sales will go through the roof.
From all the side marketing we're giving them.
We've just made them more money. I got something this week about the right. and Fox News. So everybody gets all mad, and I'm reading on Twitter, everybody on the left, most people, because it's just a bunch of guys ranting about stupid shit, but everybody takes it so serious, and I really started laughing because I really got how inept, inane, and weak Tucker Carlson really was. This Sunday there was a thing that Tucker Carlson presents, and it was this show that we're going in-depth news show. And so he gets his producer on, and his producer describes it. His producer goes, "Yeah, here's what we're going to do. We get news reporters that send out other journalists to do stuff and report on stories. Yeah, no one else does.
It's groundbreaking."
He goes. Don Lemon and Chris Cuomo, they're like, "Yeah, we're journalists," and I go, "But we send out reporters." And I just tweeted out to Jake Tapper and Caitlin Collins, "Hey guys, you should check this out. Maybe try sending reporters." So just like his description of the news show was, yeah, we go interview people and do news. So then he says, at one point he goes, Hollywood is bereft of ideas, is out of ideas, because to have ideas, you have to tell the truth, and Hollywood lies all the time. And every script in Hollywood has to be approved by communist China.
So that's why we can't get anything greenlit.
That's why I'm in my own fucking studio, because we got to open this shit in Shanghai. That's why.
Where's Alpha Chick?
Said it out loud.
President Xi.
What is the we need push pins and some thread, and we need to spend some time macrameing an idea.
Yeah, and it's memento. It's the mind of a serial killer trying to figure out what he's talking about.
This was Tucker said
Tucker Carlson. Then he said, so here's when you know that, okay, when Trump was president, here's what happened. We had all these nightmares happen every day. Every day there was some fucking crazy thing. You know, he extorted Ukraine. Like there was serious shit going on. Yeah. You know, we've bombed. They bombed. What was it? Where they bombed originally? It was really early on. Yeah, but a bunch of guys got killed. The first base and a bunch of guys
got brain
damage. Then he gave our base to the Russians. Like it was like legit news. Like holy shit, dude, what are you doing? A shithole countries. Here's what they got on Biden. In the last couple of months, we've had, they're canceling Dr. Seuss. The Democrats are out of control. Dr. Seuss is canceled.
It's the apocalypse.
Yeah. Okay, but that's not what happened at all. Then this one happened this week. Meat. Biden's canceling meat because of global warming.
His rabid dog.
The governor of Texas put out a tweet that said, "Not here, he ain't." And this was a picture of like a hamburger. And I realized that we're all mad at a bunch of people that got nothing. They got nothing. Is this your game? This is what you got?
Well, that's what I mean. I think that at least if any of their stuff were grounded in truth, then okay. Like even if there were a thread where you could go, well, they interpreted that. But some of it, it's just like, what?
Wait.
Like you said today, do your homework. I have family members that were like, yeah, Dr. Seuss was canceled. And I said, by his family, by the Seuss Family Foundation. And they didn't cancel all his stuff. They just quit printing. They didn't pull or burn.
Right. They didn't cancel it.
They just quit printing 4 books that they thought had a racist tone. He's still putting out Green Eggs and Ham, and it was Seuss that canceled it. And then all those morons like Ted Cruz are buying up all the Dr. Seuss books and handing the money to the people that canceled it. So he's saying, not on my watch, you're not going to cancel Dr. Seuss. I'm buying all their books. So he posted his Amazon cart.
Holy shit.
And handed the money back to the people that canceled it.
So the Dr. Seuss Foundation is now supporting Democratic candidates across the country. Thanks to Ted Cruz.
They're going to turn that money into a Democratic PAC.
What was the one that happened today? There was a couple. A New York Post reporter left yesterday because it was the Kamala Harris one, right? So here's what happened. So by the way, here's how you know that the new government is working, because the opposition, which is so fucking weird. Why do we have an opposition? Can't you guys just work together? You know, listen, I get if the policy's insane. All right, we're going to burn all orphanages. Hey, you know what? Our side's not going to get behind that. We're not going for that. But if it's infrastructure to rebuild the country, so your company that's hardcore right wing but makes money can go on roads that work and have everyone can have broadband internet, so your workers are better and they can work at home, so it's cheaper, so you don't have to rent buildings. If it pays off for everybody, can we all get behind it?
Right.
But no, just because it's their idea, and they actually, because Trump talked about infrastructure for 4 years. 2 weeks it's coming out.
It was in his book where he had the health care too. That big blank book.
Do you think that the right feels like, and the left, I guess sometimes, they feel like no matter what it is, there needs to be a counter for it to be the right move? Like even though when it's the right move, it just be like, yeah, that's the right move. Let's go. Let's go with that.
You know what would happen? I don't know. I don't know what would happen because I think what they think is that they'll lose if they go along with the Democrats. But what would happen was we wouldn't have anything to bitch about. They go, now it's harder to vote because that guy voted. They both voted for something to help all of us. Let's look a little deeper. I mean, I think everyone thinks that if we go with the Republicans, we're going to get burned out of our thing. I just don't. I don't know, but it just feels to me like.
Can we all just talk about what's really important today?
Wait, let me finish that Kamala Harris thing.
Oh yeah.
Finish this one thing. So Kamala. So here's the thing. Big report comes out. New York Post headlines.
Yep.
Government buys all Kamala Harris children's book. Like it's called To Be a Superhero, which by the way tells kids to be your own superhero.
Yep.
It's really inspiring. Was giving it. They said that they were giving it to immigrant children on the border as they were checking into the migrant camps.
But they bought them all to give to kids in detention centers to put money in her pocket.
That's what they said. Now the reality is,
but the reporter with the byline at the Post, which is owned by
Rupert Murdoch, Fox.
She resigned because she said she was forced to do it. She should have pushed back harder, and she didn't. And so she's quit, and she's made that very public.
Forced to run the story.
Told us you
put
write
her
this
name
story.
on it.
Right.
There was no evidence of it whatsoever, but they wanted that put out.
Right.
And so she has resigned very publicly. And the one book, because there was one book.
So there was one book that was donated to a center that it was taking donations from migrant children that was sending it. They were taking, it was one of those local things with like give us some stuff.
Books, book drive,
clothes.
Yep.
One copy of her book that someone had already read, sent it to the kids, and that's how the entire story got written.
Somewhere in California, I think.
That is straight up propaganda.
But even then, how weak is that?
That's
what you got?
Yeah. Ooh.
Like, let's say this. Let's say that. Let's say
it's not going to war.
Let's go crazy.
It's like giving kids books.
Exactly. After the corruption in the Trump administration, let's say that happened. Let's say Kamala Harris or the book company donated 5,000 books that told these kids who have been through a nightmare to grow up and be a superhero. Again, let's just say that happened.
Right.
I don't think the government should have got paid and she shouldn't have got paid, but let's say that happened.
I mean, we had audio of a reporter being cut up with a bone saw, and then Trump bought a bunch of guns from Saudi and said he believed them that they didn't do it.
And then we still sold them a bunch of weapons. Yeah.
But
superhero books.
One children's book shows up, and they're like, "Whoa!"
That's what I mean.
And hamburgers, damn, they will take a stand for hamburgers.
They are going to take your meat.
Not for people to have equal voting rights.
Nope.
Not for all colors of people to be treated the same by police officers. No, that's not important.
Wait a minute.
Not for women. We're really not interested in that advancing women.
But they gave kids books that created a positive role model so they could actually step into a world with strength and confidence. Sons of bitch Democrats.
Keep them down.
Socialists. That's what I
socialists. But that's another word that gets tossed around a lot. And I really started laughing this week because I had been getting this kind of amped up about it. I've been like, these voters are saying all these lies. And then I realized that's all they got. Like they don't even have, there's nothing.
That's such a good sign.
The economy is going to grow at 6%. That's what they're projecting right now. Yeah, but let's say it only grows at 5%. That's still stunning.
Yep. Stock market is killing it, right?
Stock market's at 34,000 plus.
That was a big scare.
3 million jobs since Biden took over. We're up 3 million jobs since Biden took over.
Vaccinated. There's like 67% of elderly people, over 65 and older, have been vaccinated.
And the curve, which we showed in the Armageddon update, the graph, the curve that's like peak, and then Biden takes over and he goes, boo! There was a little bit of a run in Michigan. Was it Michigan that was having trouble?
Yep.
And now it's just almost straight down. And it's got to be like I would love to be in one of the meetings at Fox. All right, what are we going after this time? I don't know. My stock's through the roof.
He jogs funny. Maybe he's got a hip problem. He's got a hip problem.
That's right.
He's old.
Dementia.
Yeah.
I just find it difficult that they say dementia about him, given who they've been supporting
Right.
all along. I'm like, really? We could play just as many videos, not where he's stuttering, but where he's very confidently saying dumb shit. So,
Yeah, with arrogance.
yeah.
Yeah, in diapers.
The other thing is there was something funny today. There was an actual representative from Orange County today, flat out asked the doctor. Maybe we can put it in right here. Asked the doctor about. All right, we were talking about this vaccination. So
Oh, no.
you're saying that. So are you? I'm just going to ask you. I want to be clear. This there is no tracking device being shot into you.
Is there any in the vaccine? We heard about an injection of a tracking device. Is that being done anywhere? In Orange County?
I'm sorry, I just have to compose myself. There is not a vaccine with a tracking device embedded in it that I know of exists in the world. Period.
All right, you're telling me this, and the guy just goes. You just hear. He's not on camera yet. He just goes, "No." And I thought it was a voiceover. I thought it was someone yelling at the TV because it was so like, what a moron. And the doctor he's talking to, he goes, so they don't inject you with a tracking device that they can follow you around with. And the guy, and they cut to the doctor and he does this. He goes,
With his hands? He did
I don't even know how to answer this. He goes, Asian guy, and he's like, first of all, a 25 gauge needle, there is no technology on the planet that you could get any tracking device into it. On top of that, why would we track and they come back to the senator, the representative, and he's like, And then
oh my God, he's not
next
convinced.
day, guy puts a video of him getting vaccinated.
This
Like, this
rep,
is one of our leaders.
It's also the other thing I heard this week was that it changes your DNA. And I just think there's a lot for all of these conspiracy theories. There's a lot of technology that needs to be developed in order for these things to be possible. And the vaccine that I had is synthetic. It's all synthetic. It's all fakey fakerstein. It's not even the real virus. It just looks like it, teaches your immune system to respond,
Yep.
and then you flush it out.
Yep.
It's like
It's like a knockoff COVID that they just show your body.
but what?
Yeah, your body goes, holy shit. And
Yeah.
it goes, attacks it, builds
How
your immune.
would that benefit anybody? For me to have my DNA changed, I'm very confused by.
Well, and
Your hair does look different today.
Thank
by the
you,
way,
that's
Maybe that
anybody
was
who's
it.
seen you would not change your DNA.
I didn't have my hair done today. I woke up like
No,
this.
God did this right.
Why would they change it?
Exactly.
More importantly,
him.
come on, let's get to it. They
We were
rated.
hoping
They
for
rated
So
really.
it's like, come on, DNA change. 7.
You guys would just want boobs.
I don't need you
You
anymore.
would never leave home. They raided Rudy Giuliani's apartment, Manhattan apartment, and office today, which is stop. No more French fries for the dogs. Stop. I'm the one that has to clean it up. They raided his office, which is a really big deal for
Yep.
an attorney to
Yeah,
have
I
their
saw
office
that
raided.
pop up.
Yeah.
What's
The last attorney that we saw that happen to was Michael Cohen. So I was listening to Preet Bharara talk about it, and he, having been in the Manhattan DA's
quick update
office.
on Preet Bharara. Preet Bharara was a badass DA, and
Is
then,
a badass,
and,
yeah.
and he was the one who first found out about Trump, the first shady shit he did when he got elected, and they got asked. Remember, he just got axed,
Yeah.
or asked. Either way,
Either-
same
yeah,
thing.
same-
Yeah,
it's the
same
same
thing,
thing.
kind of.
depends on who's.
Yeah.
He
direction?
knows a lot of the people. He worked with them. He hired a lot of them that are still there. And he said they never would have done this. First of all, they never would have gotten the warrant if they didn't have
Probable
solid
cause
evidence.
or whatever the.
And he said they never would have done it if they didn't think that they could already win the case, whatever it is. He said they are never. So they seized on the warrant. They were looking for electronic devices,
They seized him.
which they did seize. And he said, I thought this was interesting. He said, when we seize items like that, it's not because we're hoping to find something. It's because we already have the evidence. He said, my first move, he said, we subpoena AT&T, we subpoena Verizon, we subpoena whomever.
Oh, shit.
He said, and then witnesses that are already cooperating have also given us their phones. We've seen the text messages on their phones. We've now got it from AT&T. He said it's just corroborating evidence. It's just the final
It's like the
nail in the
last
coffin.
thing. Yeah.
But here's the thing that I heard on the way over. I everything you said, dead on.
And they look to see if they've destroyed evidence.
Right. So let's say, because Lev Parnas and those guys who basically Lev Parnas who gave it up. Like the Lev Parnas has not been taken out by somebody who's pretty crazy.
I was going to say, he's still alive?
Yeah. Because the other guy didn't though, right? The Lev did, but the other guy didn't. Lev and Igor. So if Rudy Giuliani doesn't have that, that means he destroyed it, which is another charge. So they already know what they have. They already have evidence from everybody Giuliani's dealt with, enough evidence to basically put his ass in jail. If Rudy Giuliani has destroyed that evidence and denies it, he's perjured himself and he's destroyed evidence. Boom!
I wonder what qualifies as destroying evidence. Like if you're just deleting files because you need to make room on your hard drive.
Yeah, that's it.
Is that...
Oh man, I got an old Mac. No. I wasn't running drugs. No, I only had 512, megabytes.
I just wanted to upgrade my external hard drive.
It was a Commodore 64. I've been working this whole cartel thing. Well, not cartel thing. It's a business I ran. Jesus.
I wanted to get the new iPhone and upgrade my operating system.
So they're wondering if Trump is going to step in and say presidential privilege, attorney-client privilege. But they're looking at at that time though, and they're looking at his lobbying that he was doing with the Ukraine, things like that.
The extortion that they did with the Ukraine?
Alleged.
I like that you whispered it because we'll have to play that louder in court when we go to court. Alleged. See, she said it right there. Alleged. Volume was not high enough for us to understand.
It sounds like French fries or something in there.
Somebody's eating French fries.
Oh, you know who else they executed a search warrant? Victoria Toensing, the lawyer, the blonde lawyer, the one.
I thought that was Jenna.
Well, she's another one, but they didn't. I don't think they subpoenaed her. But Victoria had her things raided. She was a Justice Department official.
That means they had it on her too. That means they had evidence on her already. They don't just do it randomly.
She and her husband signed an agreement with a Ukrainian prosecutor as a part of an effort to collect information about Biden's activities in Ukraine.
Is it the end of the Trump movie? Please, this is the climax of the movie.
No, it's like I've been holding my breath for so long. I'm
a little pissed about this, and I think everybody's getting frustrated. I'm starting to see like these rumblings of like, hey man, they tried to overthrow the government on January 6th. The fuck is going on?
Right.
Oh no! That narrative has 100% changed. It's changed. It is now Officer Sicknick died of natural causes, which they did release that he died of a stroke, completely coincidental that it happened while he was being attacked.
And his blood pressure might have been elevated slightly.
And that there was another Capitol Police officer that had multiple heart attacks at the same time while he was being dragged down the stairs. Totally coincidental.
Natural causes.
Natural.
People are natural, and if you're getting attacked, it's natural because people are made out of biological...
Of natural things.
Right. If you got run over by a truck, that's...
Right. But gravity is natural, so he fell down.
Yeah, it was accidental.
They pushed him off the building, and gravity killed him. Nothing to do with the push.
That is, I heard a kind of a idea of it from someone last week, that is what they're transitioning to now. And the craziest thing to me about that is that one thing to them now means that the whole thing didn't happen.
That it was basically a block party.
It was a peaceful protest. They were hugging and kissing the officers, as Trump said. So all the people that have been arrested, over 400 people have been arrested with evidence, because that's why you arrest people. And they have admitted, a lot of those people have pled guilty and blamed Trump. None of that's real. It's all fake news. It's all been politicized by the media.
Except last night, we were flipping through something, and we were trying to turn the news off. Isn't it great that we can, we were so locked in for 4 years. We were talking about it. That she goes in the middle of the news last night. She goes, "This is boring." Yeah, because there's no nightmare.
Right.
Because nobody's extorted another nation, and someone didn't want to say they want to date their daughter. Yeah, it's just kind of shit's working now.
Please, let's have the news back to where just old people watch the news.
Exactly.
That's it.
I would love.
Let's go back to those days.
I don't want to watch it anymore, and he leaves it on, and it's just like. So the most exciting thing of my day so far was Rudy Giuliani's office was raided.
But last night they had the guy on who got zapped and had the heart attack. They had I forget his name, but he got the guy.
George Floyd?
No.
He had a heart attack?
Not the black
That's how
guy.
he died.
He's a white guy.
Oh.
So yeah, if you're gonna say black guy who was killed by police, I don't even it's gonna be. We're gonna be sitting here a long time trying to figure that out. This guy was the guy who they put the taser on his neck and he had a heart attack.
Michael Fanone.
Michael Fanone. So I guess him and Don Lemon have become friends after this whole thing, because I guess Don Lemon called him on his own. Was like, hey man, what really went on? How was it? And this guy gets on and interviewed, and this guy, who you can tell voted for Trump, this guy, first of all,
He kind of said that. He said, I was taken by it too. There was a lot of pandering to the police, and a
About
lot
police,
of people I work with fell for it, and I fell for it too. So he didn't come right out and
So
say
she
it.
goes, he voted for Trump, and now he's like, he goes, all this narrative, like they were hugging and kissing. He goes, I have never in my life been through a fight, a brawl like that. He said they were trying to kill me. They were trying to kill me.
He was begging for his life by screaming, I have children.
And this tough guy, he's a pretty tough guy, swore.
He said fuck.
He said fuck.
Repeatedly on CNN.
Yeah, repeatedly, a lot of times. I'm sure they pre-taped it because they had to, because he said fuck God, I don't know, 15
Don Lemon
times.
was laughing the whole time. Like, okay.
But you really he was authentic about it, and you could tell he had turned a corner on what he believes.
Mm-hmm.
And he just goes, they were trying to kill me. And he goes, and this narrative bullshit about that they were hugging and kissing us. No, they were trying to kill us.
Yes.
It's amazing that that's what it took for him to turn.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, these people are insane.
Well, now
okay.
he's being attacked because that's what they do. They attack victims.
Now they're saying
and saying that he's part of the deep state conspiracy.
Try to rewrite the...
He actually said... he felt like he needed to say this was not filmed on a movie set in Hollywood because he's had that said to him. That's what I mean. They are so that they make up crazy explanations for stuff. And the explanations no longer contain sanity. Like, you would never walk into that situation without knowing anything about what happened and hear that explanation. You know, like Biden is the former president wearing his face.
Yeah, no,
and go,
Trump, they switch face.
That's plausible. It's not, none of it's plausible.
Well, that's what happened. See, that's how they snuck it past us, because Trump did lose the election. That was planned, by the way. Trump lost the election, and then they switched faces.
Right.
They switched faces because we saw a movie once where that was a story, and so that's possible because movies are real.
Except we hate people that make movies. They're all leftist,
Right. Yeah.
liberal, socialist losers.
Right.
Okay. And
So-
we're back. By the way, that guy last night had a crazy beard. He said he's been dealing with a lot of trauma.
Yeah, he's got
physical
PTSD.
and having PTSD.
He was attacked. There was 800
He
guys.
looks totally different, and
They
he
were-
has a complete full beard, kind of like you. And all I keep thinking is, you know what he could use?
First, if you're going to go on TV, you should get a Harry's razor.
Thank you.
And shave that shit.
That's right.
That's what I was saying. If you're going to be
You
on,
could play him.
if you're going to
in
be
a
on, if you're going to
sketch.
be on CNN, for God's sakes, get a Harry's razor, shave it up,
You
tune,
and I
tune
just
it up.
kind of made fun of him, and then a fly attacked his face at the same time. It was a lot. Yes, he needs Harry's, and so do you. Especially because you've been vaccinated once so far?
Yeah.
So you
your
could
second
be
one?
dating soon.
8th.
May 8th. He's
May
going to be
8th.
dating May 8th. What time's your vaccine?
Noon sometime.
He's going to be on
So,
a noon sometime.
sometime.
He's going to be on a date at 1.
Roughly around when his album comes out.
I knew you were going to go with that.
Ish. You know, whenever I show up. Right now, you guys, you know about Harry's. If you haven't tried it, why? Why not? This is one of our favorite products on the planet.
And not only that, but they've expanded it to the body wash, to like
Love
the
that.
shave gel.
Get
Everything they
Redwood.
have is awesome.
Get the peppermint face scrub and the
Yeah,
Redwood
peppermint
body
face
wash.
scrub kicks ass.
I use both of those. Yeah. So
I don't have that base level. Like I didn't shave. I shaved 2 days ago, so it's starting to come back. But I don't have that. When I shave, I used to have a base level thing going the other way. But because of the 5 blades made in the German factory, I have the smoothest face ever.
you do.
You know it.
You have a baby face.
Right.
And that's only 2 days growth is amazing. I think that's 2 days growth.
Yeah, for him.
Yeah.
Right now, limited time, they have an exclusive offer that's even better for people that listen to this show. New customers get the Harry's starter set and a body wash at harrys.com/bombshell. That's BOMBSHELL.
You are so happy you got the code.
I am. You'll get a 5. I told my sister, and my sister went, woohoo! Like, it means nothing, but we love it. Because we're conquering the man. We're
That's
holding
right.
the man down
Yeah.
just a little bit. How do you like
Progress.
that? You men be quiet. I'm talking about my promo
You know
code.
what's really funny is that the Republicans have kept women, the ERA and stuff out for so long that you're happy that you're going
Mm-hmm. I
to
got a
put
promo code.
not even your name. It's
not
a
my name.
nickname.
Yeah.
You're like,
Totally.
yeah, we're making steps forward.
And
I am woman.
on a
hear
picket
me
sign.
roll.
And it's actually a name that kind of is just referencing a body.
Yeah,
So-
And it's also
ridiculously sexist
awesome.
and misogynistic. Yeah.
And it's for a men's product.
right.
So that's
It's a
good,
name
too.
we made
Tiny
up.
baby steps.
Okay,
Baby steps.
okay, I'll take it. You get the 5-blade razor, the weighted Truman handle, the foaming shave gel, the travel blade cover, and the travel body wash. Never a better time to try. This is like a killer deal. All you have to do is go to harrys.com/bombshell to redeem your offer today.
We get a lot of emails and stuff about how happy people are that they switched. Guys,
We
just
get
let you know.
constant emails.
Yeah, just let you know,
about-
we've used this product for 5-6 years now.
I don't ever since I don't remember. They weren't in stores when we started using them.
I've never been unhappy, and sometimes ever. And sometimes I'll have the razor be in the shower for too long, and I think, I got to change it, and I use it, and still kicking ass. So Harry's razor, Harry's face of the day, people. I just want everyone to kind of realize that the left at this point is kicking ass, and I'm starting to get the more Biden gets stuff done, the less I feel like it should be left and right. I just think it should be like, no, the guys that are running shit now know what they're doing. I still believe if Mitt Romney was running stuff, it wouldn't be what they're doing now. But Mitt Romney's at least family man, understands business.
Mitt Romney marched with Black Lives Matter.
Right, exactly.
It's like,
Went against Trump. I think right.
we were wrong. We saw how wrong we could be when Trump got into office.
Did we though? There's so many people that he's still running the party. That's what
I
scares
am
the
blown
shit out of
away
me.
by that. Yeah, I am really blown away by that. That they are traveling down to Mar-a-Lago to meet with the supreme ruler. The guy, here's the thing.
We got to talk about this thing in Arizona.
I know that, that's crazy. I know that conservatives are still saying that there was election fraud. And, okay, sure.
61 cases, no evidence
so
presented.
There's
Zero.
some fraud, maybe.
Nope.
Okay. There was a guy in Florida. Well, this is why you're bad at arguing and why you make a terrible lawyer, because you say nope about everything and it discredits your argument.
No, I go statistically.
So there would be 2 cases of someone mailing in a ballot for his dead mom, and he was Republican. So there is election fraud.
Wait, out of 160 million votes, there were 12 or 13 cases. That's from the Heritage Minute.
That wasn't even
statistically
my point.
zero.
Statistically
right?
zero.
So it's
But in
0.0000
reality,
insignificant.
there are some cases that both sides could say, well, that was fraud, But it's so, see how you can't even stand that I say that? You just can't even.
Because you said I hurt my argument, but I think
you don't let me make mine. So how in the hell would you know? My point being,
Zooming into this face.
here's another thing that he does. He attacks people on his side. So don't be teammates with him ever in any game, because you're going down too.
Yeah.
So I was just saying that we know that all election results got certified, and that certification is done by half Republican, half Democrat. We know that Raffensperger and Brian Kemp are hardcore right. They voted for Trump, and they came out and said, we hate it, but he lost. So there are the facts, right? Then we have audio of Trump, 2 different calls saying, I need you to find me votes. And I need you to find this many votes because I just need one more than
they have.
In any other world, just that call, we would be like, you can't, first of all, you can't call those people, and you can't fly the certification people to the White House from Michigan in the middle of the certification. You can't do any of that in any real world. But these people, including my family, no longer live in a world where, I told him, Donald Trump called it, the truth is not the truth, and it is not anymore. What you see is not the truth.
But this new thing in Arizona is the weirdest thing. So the election was 6 months ago. So there's a group, Cyber Ninjas, which is a QAnon. You don't know about this?
No.
QAnon
Sounds
right-wing
cool.
conspiracy group that basically, it's not even a group. It's
It's
a
a guy.
company. It's a guy who owns a company. They look into cyber stuff.
It's a brand new company.
So the Arizona legislature, led by the GOP, people, you got to understand, this is the craziest shit. And I don't understand why, like, the cops haven't just come and closed it down. The GOP in Arizona has said you can come in and audit all of the ballots again. So what they did was the cyber ninjas went and they closed off, or didn't let anybody report it.
OAN.
OAN helped raise money for it.
And they let OAN reporters in.
But that's it.
No other reporters.
No,
Wow.
no one else.
Huh.
And they're rechecking it, looking for voter fraud. And there's another room. They said they finally had to let reporters in by court order, but there's another room they've locked off, and they're doing what they want to do. And I don't understand what the fuck. Like,
So what he was saying was it's a right-wing Q conspiracy guy
Yep.
who suddenly has a website that is pretty embarrassing. It's like you would laugh. No way is this
dude.
a company's website. Threw it
Does it
together.
look like Craigslist or something?
And it's
no, I thought of you. I was like,
it's
Ken
a
needs to help
stock
these guys.
photo.
We need to get Ken on this one to
It's
help.
a stock photo of a ninja silhouette.
Oh, boy.
And a computer
And-
that's off.
And they, yeah.
Give me some-
And
like an old
they-
vector graphic.
So they're in court. They're in court over this, and they were ordered to turn over the information on how they plan to audit these ballots, and they have refused to turn it over and calling it trade secrets, even though they were ordered to do so. It's trade secrets how they're going to count ballots. It's very secret.
So here's how. So they have a new way of counting, which scares the shit out of me. So
Is this like new math?
and then
Yes.
Trump said, Trump came out and basically goes, "Good, I'm glad they're doing this. They should do it at all the states." And
So now they're doing it in Michigan?
no,
Yeah,
They-
there's a new, there's Cyber Ninjas, the guy, said we can't give up our trade secrets because we'll probably be doing this in other states. And now they are doing, it's Michigan. I think it's Michigan.
they approved it already.
They've hired him. The
I will
GOP
bet you
has
$1
hired him.
that Trump, it's going to appear that Trump won. What do you say? What do you
What else
think?
could they do? What is the other, like,
I'll bet you a nickel.
But then
Yeah.
what? But then what? Like,
and
so-
Trump has made 5 written statements in the last week.
Do you understand that this is the shit that we used to make fun of Myanmar, and we would
Meow,
make
meow.
fun of meow 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 those countries and Thailand. We used to actually make any country that did some crazy coup, we mock them for this exact shit, and now we're doing it. It's the craziest thing. And here's what I don't quite get. How is that legal in any way, shape, or form? That they've actually certified the election. They counted the contested states 3 times. 3 times. They counted Pennsylvania. They counted Arizona. They counted Georgia 3 times. How are they now going to go, yeah, the 4th time's a charm.
Right.
We just didn't have. There's a whole drawer of stuff that we didn't see.
Legal. Isn't there like a double jeopardy thing with voting, with counting votes?
No.
You can just keep counting and over and over and over and decide new secret ways to recount it.
Double
until-
jeopardy is criminal, and it would be used for murder. Most often.
I know,
Any
but
case
isn't
like
there like a
Rachel
there's not
Maddow.
a limit?
They filed a subpoena to get the ballots. There's no safeguards in place for how those ballots are treated, whether they're going to write on them, bend them, fold them, burn them, throw them away, anything. It's in court. Well, as long as they keep refusing to comply and refiling things, and
They keep
it's
going.
just going to get hung up in court forever. In the meantime, all these ballots are in this civic center or whatever it is. And initially, a reporter went in, volunteered to be a observer, and reported
Didn't say
that
she was a
all
reporter.
the workers had been given blue pens. Well, ballots read blue and black ink, so you could change a ballot. And so they had to. She said that they told the Cyber Ninjas guy that, and he said, "Oh, he didn't even know about
So
that."
this is what they're spending their time and money on. Meanwhile, the current president is doing well.
Yeah.
Not doing well. Vaccinated 200. We have 200
He's crushing
vaccinated. Yeah, he's destroying it. The economy's coming back. So I don't. Here's what I don't quite get, and maybe someone can write in and help me. What happens if this guy comes out, the Cyber Ninja guy, and goes, Cyber Ninja comes out and goes, aha, we found 300,000 ballots were wrong. They were for Trump and they lied. And then the people that counted them would be like, no, we counted them 3 times. Where did you find a duffel bag full of ballots? What's going on? And they, no, Trump won this state. Now we're going to Georgia. What happens? Biden's been in the White House. The sheets have been changed. Melania's stink
He's been
is
sworn
out of
in.
there.
Isn't that done? Doesn't that mean it? Sworn
I
in.
love
Done.
that.
Trump's golden toilet's been pulled. Like, what do we do?
Well, the judge in Arizona said that he was just one beat away from putting a kibosh on the whole thing and just shutting the whole thing down, which they need to do, because what they've done is completely undermined election integrity and people's confidence in it, because what you see is not the truth. So when someone wins the election, if he's not the guy you want to win, either side, we could next election.
So this is just a political move,
Just
just
in
to keep
another-
that narrative going.
But here's what she's saying. Here's what happens. Let's say they come out and they say that Trump won by actually 25,000 votes. All those people get amped up again.
Yeah.
And we have another thing. We saw what happened last time. They attacked the Capitol, and so it's one of those things that it's literally a national security issue.
Yeah.
You can't let these guys lie about this shit anymore. Again, I will say this. There was no election fraud. How do we know that? Because you Republicans filed 61 cases, and every single one was shut down for lack of evidence, lack of standing. There was zero, nothing. And I just, it's the saddest thing that they keep going back. Again, people, they have nothing. But we're on the way to a coup. We're on the way. If you let this shit go,
So stay healthy and stay hydrated. This episode brought to you by Liquid IV.
you got to keep drinking water so you can get ready to fight the Republican zombies that are coming.
You need your energy and your clarity.
I drank Liquid IV like crazy the whole week my sister was here. And you know what I also did?
You drank like crazy the week your sister was here,
Yeah,
too.
that's why I drank Liquid
Right,
IV.
got it. I just wanna make sure
I
we're
just
clear on
would
why.
alternate. I'd go back and forth. I used the Liquid IV plus immune support, the tangerine one. I see you feeding the fry tray to the dog. Stop it. I am not saying that this is scientifically proven.
We're not saying that.
For me, my second shot, everyone said you get sick. You guys know I was sweating that a little bit. My sister was coming the next
too.
day. I drank Liquid IV plus immune support the whole week. Instead of drinking the regular strawberry one, I drank this one because it has vitamin C, zinc, and Wellmune in it, and the hydration. And I drank it several the night before and the day of. I never had one symptom.
We both did.
I'm not saying that the two are linked.
Now, we're not-
You're
I'm
not saying it
just
changes your
saying
DNA.
It doesn't.
None of that.
I'm
No,
just
Liquid
saying.
IV does not change your DNA. Nobody's saying that.
Everyone had said, nurses like that I talked to, doctors, very key to stay hydrated with this shot because of what it's doing in your immune system. Stay hydrated, but also
A liter every
vitamin
6
C,
hours.
zinc, and D or magnesium. People said to take. So I did. I drank this like crazy, and I didn't have one symptom. I'm proud to report.
To that, I because we were together all the time. I did the same thing. We were both scared to death because there's been a couple of people that have been like, "Oh man,
Knocked him out.
Yeah, knocked him out for 2 days. It was horrible. Yeah, well, you weren't on a ventilator for 30. So good, rock on, homie. And so I did the same thing, and I probably was doing 4 or 5 Liquid IVs a day on the way up to it, like 3. I was just doing them constantly. Then the day we took 2 down a piece.
Which is overkill. I want to
Yeah,
be
no.
clear. Liquid IV is like the equivalent of 2 to 3 bottles of water. You're just like tripling your hydration.
I kept waiting for it. Nothing hit.
Yeah.
Nothing hit. Now, nothing hit. I didn't have anything.
No.
I didn't have zero anything. I had one moment of here. I was trying to climb the rope here in the shop, and I was burnt, but it was literally 4 hours. So I'm not going to say it's causation. I'm going to say that I hydrated
In our
like
experience.
I hydrated like crazy. Took my vitamins, and we didn't do it.
Yep.
Liquid IV. I have 2 a night. It's I have to be. I sleep better.
You do every night.
Yeah,
They have a sleep one too, a lavender one that I really
I like
like
it.
with melatonin in it. So if melatonin makes you crazy, it might not be for you, but I love it. And Mahogany just told me, because she uses Peloton all the time, she's always working
Mahogany
out.
steals from our house.
She
steals
did
it.
steal
She
2 bags of Liquid IV when
steals
she left
full
our
pouches
house.
from our house.
But she tried the energy one, the energy multiplier, and she was like, "Have you tried the energy multiplier?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "It's awesome." but don't drink it after 3. That's what she said.
Oh, yeah.
She
Yeah.
loved it. So all you have to do to get your Liquid IV Hydration Plus Multiplier, I just said those words out of order. Liquid IV Hydration Multiplier Plus Immune Support. You can get it in bulk at Costco, which I did see the other day, or you can order it online and get 25% off. You just have to go to liquidiv.com and use promo code Titus at checkout. That's 25% off anything on their whole website. Get better hydration today using promo code Titus at liquidiv.com.
And a guy that I follow and follows me on Twitter, Kojikon, he actually really funny cat. He goes, he just out of the blue Twitter goes, Titus, what's the promo code for Liquid IV? And I just went, Titus, right? Tweets out again. I saved $40.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, so I don't know what he
Nice.
bought or how many people.
Wow.
Maybe he runs a football team or something. I don't know what he does. It seems like a lot of Liquid IV.
That's awesome.
But he said he saved $40.
That's awesome. So he spent 160. Interesting.
It's a lot of Liquid IV.
He's stocking up.
Yeah, I was gonna say that seems like an
Ooh.
Armageddon
Yeah,
supply, doesn't it?
what does he know that we don't know?
This is something that you definitely
find out what he
want
does.
stocked up, though. This product. We get so many emails about this one too. So many people saying, "Holy crap!" Somebody just tweeted both of us this week about it and tagged them in it.
Yeah, we don't screw around. Can we talk about the shows coming up? First of all, we need to talk about. I need to thank everybody for the show last week.
Yep.
So great.
We did a good show. It was good. We've
a lot of fun.
We did over COVID. We probably did 16 or 17 shows. So thank you guys for paying the $10 to watch them. Dennis, can you bring that up, please? We have to do it. Dennis reads responses. Off
The most
website.
dentist anyone has ever dentist in the history of dentisting.
Yeah, and now
I'll find it.
it's our new segment. It's a little shaky today with you. Now and
A
now,
little shaky. We don't have it.
and now the most dentist anyone has dentist in the history of dentists.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is Dennis going to read it?
Yes. And now I will read a email from a show called Fan. Let's see this. Here we go.
Are you bringing this computer?
Yeah.
Can't see it.
Because I
Dennis
can't.
would do that.
My print is a lot
By the way,
smaller.
Janet, I have myopia. I have a little bit of myopia.
Why do you keep doing that?
I had fries. This is Titus or Rachel. I am a longtime fan. I have written you before. I am listening to every podcast, and this may be the last time I pay for a comedy special online. I want to point out that sentence doesn't go together. Actually, I am paid for just about. I am paid for just about everything you'll have to put up, and. Honestly, the Everlast show was hands down, all caps, the best thing so far. I even purchased from you sponsors. I even purchased from you sponsors, and I will stay a fan. But I will not be purchasing your shows off the site. It is just not worth the money, and that $10 each time I could use on something else. Yes, like English lessons. That will not let me down each time as much. He's willing to be let down a little bit, but just not this much. We've let him down just too much. You can let me down 20, 30%, 40%, I'm out. Always a fan, really. And waiting for the next dose of positive and funny humor. Like a heroin addict waiting for the next hit. I will be waiting for the next podcast. Seth. His name is Seth.
Seth.
Seth. That's what I say. Seth. I say his name is Seth.
He got paid for the specials?
Now let me tell you this.
What?
No,
He got paid for the specials?
no.
Wait a
He's
second.
saying he listen. Seth, so by the way,
He's
I
crying.
misunderstood that.
Seth has left his number. By the way. By the way,
Where's my
let me
phone?
tell you how shitty you are, and now call me.
He said,
I don't quite.
I will not be purchasing your shows off the site. It's just not worth the money. And that $10 each time I could use on something else that will not let me down each time, ... as much.
Yeah, that's rough. Earlier he said, I'm paid. Did he
I
say
am
I'm
paid for just about everything you
I
have
am paid
put
for
up.
this. I've never had a Russian bot say wasn't a fan. So the thing
Those
with
sentences don't all go in
None
the
of
same
them.
email.
now, when you read it to me the first time at the house, I was like, I got mad. As I read it as Dennis, I realized this doesn't make any half the sentences don't match.
Yeah.
And by the way, and so our assistant Jordan wrote him back and said, "Do me a favor, just take your name off."
No,
of the email.
I think she
What did she say?
came up with the congratulations on Dennising more Dennising
Yeah, that's right.
in the history of Dennis's or whatever it
We gotta
was.
give Jordan credit on that.
But yeah, and glad you enjoy the free content. And he sent back, I have paid for all the shows. And that, I think...
And don't let me down as much.
I think her point was...
I'm used to being let down.
You get a lot of shit for free.
Paid for all the shows?
Yeah, okay.
When did he decide?
Okay, but here's the thing. Do you know how many different kinds of shows we've done? We did a Titus episode. We did music,
episodes.
which hands
Two
down,
Fortune
he
Feimster
liked.
shows.
Fortune.
Two Ron
Funches.
A Halloween show.
Halloween with Jackie
Oh, that's
Cation
right.
and Greg
Yeah,
Barrett.
yeah.
We did my fully produced special, which
Yeah.
would cost more.
5 cameras, right?
New Year's Eve special.
We did a Titus and Bradley sketch show.
Carrying monsters.
All of it was pure shit.
Yeah.
It was not worth $10.
And let me down every time.
Every single time. I kept paying for it.
And let me. It didn't just let me. Listen, I expected to be let down, just not this much.
You kept thinking, all right, this is the one. This is the one that's going to be worth it.
All right, one more $10. That's it.
This is my last $10.
So we're gonna. New segment's going to be more Dennis than anyone has ever Dennis in the history of Dennis.
Dennising.
That was our first one.
I like that segment.
It's
I got another one for next week.
What's really funny is that I was because you read it to me, so you actually fixed it as you were saying it out loud to make the sense of it. When you read it, it doesn't make that much sense.
It makes no sense. It made sense when Dennis read it, honestly, more than it made sense when
Dennis
she
was
read it to
commenting.
me.
Dennis. By the way, my brain switches when I become Dennis. Dennis is very specific. He's actually very detail oriented. Let's do this.
Speaking of being calm, this episode is also brought to you by Sunday.
Oh, Sunday.
GetSunday.com. And you were just complimenting my lawn today, and that's not a euphemism.
I'm a...
What?
Sorry, you made you change my brain.
Okay, sorry.
It's easy. It's very, 0.5%.
You
It got
said-
sexual.
3 times today, babe. The lawn is beautiful.
It really is.
Look at the lawn. It's pretty crazy. I know.
We have taken, so Sunday has taken our lawn from, first of all, you were already working on it. You were busting your butt on it.
I sucked at it, though.
I have never heard more depression every morning than her getting up and going, it's among other holes. The moles are doing it now. And these patches won't fill in.
Yes, moles
We
make
get
me
Sundays, which is really weird. I'm not quite sure how that worked out. Because, we get asked to do ads and we check out the product. We're like, and she was like, they're a lawn company? Yes. Let me see what they do. So you would have taken any lawn company, but these guys.
I looked them up first.
Yeah, but what they do is stunning. Like it's one of the. So what's happened, and I think Apple started all of it. There becomes a point where a company will find a new way to do something.
Mm-hmm.
What I like about these guys is they didn't just go, yeah, here's your lawn stuff. They
go, no, send us your lawn soil.
What's your
and we
address?
have a lawn analysis tool. Here's an aerial shot of the grass that we've highlighted the areas that we will treat.
And by the way, your hair looks great.
Google
Thank
Maps,
you.
exactly. By the way, you
Nice
walk out every
bikini.
morning in your shorts and your pajama top.
Your neighbor is a little odd,
Yeah,
but everything else.
they are saying about the neighbors. It's like the guys on construction next door. Keep watching her. They actually
Yeah.
stop as you walk out in the lawn and let the dogs pee.
All natural kind of stuff like you can pronounce, like seaweed, iron, molasses. These are the ingredients. And so I also love that it's safe for these two idiots because these two idiots will lick the lawn.
She's talking about the dogs. She's not talking about me and Hylinder. She's
Well,
talking about the dogs.
No, I was talking about you guys.
Oh my God.
Will lick the lawn sometimes, and so I don't have to worry about it being
That's
safe
why you were
for
asking
them.
me to do that.
It all gets
I told you to stop
delivered.
licking the lawn.
Go to the house and go lick the
Well,
lawn,
I
please.
will also say that I don't know if the two are related. Again, I'm not saying scientifically proven, but I now have a bunny family. I have teenagers and I have what I call micros, and they are this big.
So some of them
and
are talking
could
back to
hold
you.
We have
them.
to
I
tell
have
them.
3 micros and 2 teenagers and maybe more, but that's
We have a miracle story to talk about
and they're
too.
eating. Yeah, we don't have time this week. We'll have to hold that.
Oh.
But also, so Sunday, I think they're like, dude, you got to get up to their grass because it's like dark green and it's like carpet now.
The bunnies are like, it is the best lawn you have ever destroyed.
Oh, they're going to be all buff.
Honestly, you get to eat.
Because I just put iron booster
Yeah.
on the lawn. It's a bunch of
Again, I
bunnies.
keep
Like,
saying,
yeah.
and also you're taking lettuce. So again, the bunnies, I just keep waiting for it at the window. Yo.
So let Sunday
Feeding time.
take the guesswork out of growing a greener, more beautiful lawn this spring, because now is the time to do it. Visit getsunday.com/Titus to get $20 off your custom lawn plan at checkout. That's $20 off your custom plan at getsunday.com/Titus.
I like our rule for at taking ads because if we don't use it, we don't sell it.
And before we close, I just have something to share.
I guess we're closing. Yes.
You have a call
All right.
that I said you'd be 5 minutes late for with your agent, and it's 5 minutes now.
Right. Okay.
Karen is a man. After a year of listening to this racist bitch in the yard next door say horrible things about black people and everyone else and black people and Tucker Carlson.
Wait,
It's a man.
for real?
It's a gay
shit.
Asian man.
No.
All this time, and you guys remember,
Did Sunday tell
everybody
you
that
that?
listens, for a while at the end here, I started going, I only see her husband through the trees. I don't care. I've talked about
Wow.
Karen for so long.
All right. Can I say something?
What?
So I got a text because you guys have made contact. There has been contact made. And it was like, so this was I can read it to you. There's a text message from him
Karen.
that says, by the way, if you guys, because you let it slip that you knew the trainer Brock.
Right?
Because you hear it.
Right.
Well, he added up a couple things and went, wait, can you guys hear me? Because sometimes I talk a lot about politics. Does she hear what I say?
He said that?
It's in the text.
Well, so I, that night,
So by the way,
No, we don't hear it at all.
No, but we're moving.
the night he came over, like up is down, down is up. I'm living in the inside out. I'm like, all
Stranger Things
it's been
season
a
4.
year.
The gay neighbor.
And not only that, but he's Asian and gay. You would think that he would be extremely tolerant of everyone. He came over and said some really horrendously racist shit where my sister was like, why? Yeah, so I'm okay with him knowing that I think that he says really racist shit. If I repeated right now what he said that night,
Oh,
people
they could
would
be just as judgy.
bombing his
I've
house.
seen it.
Well,
Never mind.
some people get lost
Moving on.
in self-hate and then it becomes something
So
different.
he said, I've been working out. But it sounds, if you couldn't see him, you would think, and my sister was looking at me the whole time because all this time I've told her that I have a racist neighbor that I call Karen. So we all thought it was a woman.
Wow.
You can hear it's a woman.
What a reveal that is.
And he comes sashaying
really is.
up the sidewalk. So it was a big reveal, and I've really been trying to reconcile my life the last week. But
but also it's still our neighbor, so there's got to be a way to work with it. I'm to the point I have no issues with it. Listen,
But he said, I'm working out to get into shape, and I have a trainer 3 days a week. And I said, I know, Brock.
yeah, you gave it up.
What a
Yeah,
twist.
on purpose. Because I don't want to hear racist shit in the backyard anymore.
In the morning while you're having your
Because
coffee.
it got to the point where, I was getting so upset because my closest friends, my best friend is black.
Four of our best friends are
Yeah,
black.
so I can't, and so it got to the point where I was avoiding going out in the yard when Karen was out there, or we'd hear through our patio door being open, we'd hear it starting up, and I would get gripped with anxiety.
His name has to remain Karen.
It is, I can't change it.
With a different spelling.
Oh no, his tummy's upset. You gave him fries and he's shitting.
Can we turn the
behind
camera on this?
No, he's crap. Okay, so our dog, by the way, our Groucho, is having a stomach problem, and he's pooping in the studio right
Well,
now.
you gave him fries.
But I will say, to his credit, he did go in a large open area, easy to
true.
clean,
That's
and
true.
I have to go now. I
He
have
did-
things to clean.
he didn't poop on the rug. Guys, do me a favor. I'm going to be at Nito's.
Nito's Backyard, May 1st, 2 shows. All of these are on ChristopherTitus.com. Then you're going to be in Jacksonville at the Comedy Zone May 6th through 8th. That's Thursday through Saturday, 5 shows. Then May 14th, you've got Santa Barbara coming up. May 16th, San Diego Courtyard. May 21st, Palm Springs.
Stunning, right? Like we're like this. Wow.
And you have added, big reveal here, you have added Brea at the end of the month.
Yes, we're going to be breaking the new show, guys. Apologies in advance.
Go to
also,
ChristopherTitus.com.
at the end of May, we are doing our second sketch show, and we have plenty of sketches. It's going to be fun.
So May 28th and 29th is Brea, 4 shows only at a reduced capacity. So you want to get those tickets now.
Yep.
And it's like less than half. And then May 30th, which is the Sunday night before Memorial Day, we're going to do Titus and Bradley.
And do me a favor, one last thing, guys. Go get your vaccine. Please go get it. That doesn't change your DNA. Do you know anybody with polio? Do you know anybody with diphtheria? No. Guess what? Vaccines cured all this shit. Do you know anybody with smallpox? No. It works. On top of that, now they're not even using real vaccine, real disease. They're actually shooting with something that looks like the disease. Your body reacts to it. So they're tricking your body. There's no DNA change. You can't. See, it doesn't. There's nothing.
You faked that, right?
I did fake. Totally. I did. So, guys, please get your vaccine. Be smart. Be smart. Save your neighbor and yourself. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, how did you remember all that stuff? You have the best memory.
I don't know.
That's what I like. Can you change my DNA so I can remember shit?
Yeah, that would be a good one.
That would be
I have a
good.
laundry list of things I like.
So I could, like, people, I've run into
If
people.
it makes you feel better, I think I inverted San Diego and Santa Barbara.
To San Diego?
It's the vaccine. That's it.
San Diego. All right, you got to bounce. You got to.
All right, guys, for myself, Bombshell and the Highlander. Later.
Peace out.
Thanks, guys.
You call.
Man. Oh, God. How many genres of music do we
I
have?
would like,
Tejano.
We're out of them.
I would like.
Tijuana? That's a genre?
No, Tejano. Tejano music, yeah. It's that music. How does it go? How does it? Can you hear it?
Yeah, but
Does that make sense?
Okay, Bob Dylan.
Oh, there you go.
There could be only one. Hylinder.
God.
Go to travelingwilburys.com.
No,
Get the Highlanders album.
Bureau. Now he's mocking himself.